Hello and welcome to SpeedGaming 3 for round 2 of the FireRed LeafGreen Any Percent Tournament. I'm JP Zinham. I am
I'm the
joined
math genius. Oh,
by the Math Genius, yes, who is very excited. Right? You're
yeah.
excited, right?
I was so excited I accidentally interrupted you.
No worries. I'm going to release our runners and they're going to get started. Today we have Amoeba UK versus Main 97 versus Viroda. Amoeba with a pot 1 victory to make it through to round 2. Main getting some unfortunate me luck in round 1, getting through pot 2, and Viroda getting in with an excellent time in pot 3. So let's see how this works out for everybody. Pretty sure Viroda's on emulator as well, so Viroda will be starting 25 seconds later than Amoeba or Main.
Yeah, emulator. It's been tested to have slightly faster loads, and yeah, that time the time difference is going to be accounted for in the beginning of the run, and so all the final times will just be considered as they are.
Exactly. There are a couple cases where we've had all runners on emulator, so they've just all gone at the same time for, uh, ease of watching purposes. Um, but yeah, should be good.
Yeah, so right off the bat, there are a couple things that these runners will do. First, they're going to be naming their character and also the rival a single character. This is because text prints at one character per frame, and so the longer your name is, you're going to be losing time, losing several minutes throughout the run if your name is too long. So
Probably not
we're going to be
several
seeing that
minutes.
immediately.
I think the last time someone looked it up, it ended up being like a minute and a half, but that's still like a
It's a lot of
significant
frames.
amount. That's still a significant amount.
And off the bat, they're going to be doing the movement to pick up their Squirtle. They're going to be checking their ID first as a part of what they would usually do for a manipulation for their starter. I believe they're all using Squirtle. The reason they're not actually going to be performing the manip though, they actually have pre-manip Squirtles, is because this Squirtle is a frame perfect trick, and not only is it a frame perfect 1/60th of a second window, the window is going to change from attempt to attempt, and that NPCs in the overworld can also advance the frame, sometimes without us even being able to see it. So this manip can tend to be a nightmare, and so to make it a little bit easier on also both the viewers and the runners to get the race started, we allow the racers to have Squirtles prepared beforehand.
Correct, yeah. This does mean that most of these runs, the vast majority of these runs, aren't technically like leaderboard runs, but it allows us to have these races without races going like anywhere from the 2 hours, 7 minutes to the possible 3.5 hours for like the hour that you would spend resetting for a runnable Squirtle. Imagine. So the
Yep.
Squirtles that we've got, let's see, we got Amoeba with a Rash Squirtle, freshly manipulated this morning, by the way. 22 HP, 21 attack, 23 defense, 31 special attack, 26 special defense, 30 speed. Very solid Squirtle. 21 attack is the minimum that you would need in order to get 11 attack, or no, sorry, 12 attack at level 6. Which is very useful for the encounters. Main getting Growl turn 1. Unfortunately, with Main's 23 attack as well, Main can't just plow through that. With 24 attack or higher, you can just keep doing tackle and you only lose 1 turn. So.
Yeah, but for the most part, this rival fight is just tackle, spam A, and pray you don't miss. Obviously, the caveats: main, as you got growled, you might have to tail whip a few times. Also, if you are a minus attack nature, which some runners will also accept, modest specifically, you will also have to tail whip on the first turn. But we don't have any modest Squirtles, so we don't really have to worry too much about that. So it seems like all the runners got out of the first rival fight in one piece, which is good to see.
Mm-hmm. Yep,
Yeah, so
there goes Viroda.
the goal for this first Route 1 pass is to get a little bit of experience. Any defeat will suffice for the run, but some runners will opt to defeat two wild Pokemon to level up to level 7 before the first trainer fight.
Yep.
Level 7 can be important because at level 7 Squirtle learns Bubble, and Bubble is Bubble generally will do a little bit more damage than Tackle will. Especially, which can be important for the consistency on the first trainer fight.
Yep, the Weedle is a 4-shot range with Bubble, so it's very useful. I think Viroda should actually try to consider it as Viroda runs from a level 4, because Viroda's HP stat being 6 with his mild nature is very, very rough for the early game. Having low HP early can lead to some very slow fights.
Yeah, so these runners, they're just doing, the normal early game movement. They have to pick up the parcel, hand it back to Professor Oak, so that the players can receive a Pokedex and a few Pokeballs so that the runners can catch a few Pokemon later.
Yep, and hopefully that'll be enough, and they won't have to somehow buy more.
Yep. Usually 5 is going to be enough, especially with race strats. You can damage. You can attack
double damage,
you can attack the wilds, multiple times, just to make the catches a little bit more consistent.
Exactly.
Yeah. So while after this matching cutscene, one thing that we can go over right now that we'll be referring to a lot is the concept of torrent. JP, would you like to introduce to the runners what torrent is?
Torrent is the ability of Squirtle, where if your HP is at 1/3 or lower of the max HP, your water-type moves get a power boost of 50%.
Thanks, Siri. But but Torrent, because the 50% damage boost is very, very powerful, especially because Squirtle's special attack stat, its base special attack stat, isn't really that high. So there are a lot of cases where Torrent can be essential to save a lot of time, or else you're just not doing enough damage to one-shot a lot of the pokes if you don't have Torrent.
Correct. You can get by without Torrent in most fights. They'll just be extremely slow. Level 2 Pidgey for Amoeba.
Yeah, and just a quick just a quick kind of callback to what the stats are on the screen. The stats represent the stats that you see on the screen for each runner are the individual values for each particular stat. They just represent the growth rate of the stat. So if you have on top of the base stats that Squirtle and its evolutions have, these IVs will represent how much of an additional small stat boost they get with each level.
Correct. Viroda, I forgot Viroda didn't get any experience the first pass up Route 1, so Viroda defeated that first level 2, and is going to be catching the second one. Main catching a rat for the cut butler.
Yeah,
and hopefully
so overall,
Amoeba finds a rat here.
Yeah, so for the run, to complete the run, you need 2 catches, one Pokemon that can learn Cut, and one Pokemon that can learn Fly. Those are the only Pokemon that you need to catch outside to use HMs to complete the game. You can find options for both a Cutter and a Flyer in this first route here. If you don't, though, it's not the end of the world. There are secondary areas in which you can catch each respectively. So in Route 3, right before Mount Moon, there is a secondary area to catch a Flyer, and on Route 4, I think everybody here is running LeafGreen. In Route 4, after Mount Moon, right before Cerulean, is the secondary area to catch a Cutter.
Right. Everybody's got to sit through the old man cutscene. Can't skip it. Can't speed it up. Just got to hold this 40 seconds. And watch as the old man throws a Pokeball better than you. And then we get to Cat Jam Forest.
Does everyone have one catch? I think so, right?
At least one catch, yeah.
Yeah.
I know that Amoeba and Viroda both have a flyer, and Main has a cutter, for sure.
Yeah, so unfortunately you can't acquire repels before this forest, otherwise they would be really useful, but
Oh my god.
yeah,
If
so for
only.
the only thing the runners can do is just walk through the grass tile and, hope they don't get too many encounters.
Amoeba getting the worst tile in that first section because you have to take an extra step in grass getting an encounter there. Because, like, if you just turn down, that counts as a step anyway, so you may as well just go forward and save the turn frame.
Yeah,
On and on, looking for the level 5 Pika that plagued him in the first run.
Yeah, so this game has a concept of 1% encounter tiles, where after you enter a new area, or you just exited a fight, there are a set number of tiles or player movements that are only have 1% chance to get an encounter after that movement. So in most areas it's going to be 6. In forests such as Viridian Forest you have 7, and in caves like Mount Moon and Victory Road you have 8.
Alright, so Amoeba does still need to catch a cutter.
Yeah, so you see all the runners saving for the first fight here.
The first fight.
They all save for the first fight here. They're also probably going to be saving for the next 2.
These are the 3 hardest fights in the game.
Yeah, these fights all happening back to back. They're all really horrible just because we're severely underleveled for a lot of it, and so these opponents can just hit really, really hard.
I have a suspicion that Main has both. Yeah, Main has both. So Main will be able to just go through the Brock and Missy section without having to catch anything else. I'm pretty sure Viroda only has 1 catch as well. Amoeba poisoned. Great setup for Liam.
Yeah, Viroda did not get why, even though Squirtle's a water type, that Brock's gym can be so scary is, again, because we intentionally try to enter the gym with low HP so that we can maintain Torrent, as we explained earlier. We can maintain Torrent. Torrent overall can save 3 to 4 turns in Brock's gym, and so if we're able to bring our HP down so that we can maintain Torrent, but also not die to certain moves, from our opponents, then we always try to opt to go enter at that low HP so that we can breeze through the gym as quickly as possible, potentially.
Sometimes it doesn't matter though. Sometimes the game is just like, no, you do not get to survive.
And in other cases, like Viroda, he didn't get poisoned by Sammy, so he actually has to enter the gym at mid HP.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see what Viroda gets. Geodude is 50% to use Tackle. Tackle would actually be perfect for Viroda. Possibly get him to 6
nice.
HP. Yeah, exactly. Good. That is the perfect HP to be at to get through the Sandshrew. Still going to be a little low for Brock, but it's a lot faster than not having this HP. Misses the high roll on the first one, so I don't think he'll get the 3-shot. He needs to max roll this right now. Missed instead. Oh no. Viroda's getting pocket sand.
Yeah, this fight can be really annoying. Not only can Sandshrew ruin your HP setup because it knows Scratch, it also knows Sand Attack, which can just make you lose 5 turns because you can't hit Bubble. And also, even in Torrent, Sandshrew is a favorable range to 2-shot, but it's not guaranteed. So all those factors combined can make this fight very, very annoying, or it can just outright end your run. So kind of looking ahead to after the Brock fight, we want to, similar to how the runners entered Brock's gym, they want to leave Brock's gym
Amoeba
with
should be
relatively
getting
low
Rock Tomb
HP,
here,
so
yep.
that... did he get Rock Tomb miss? Oh, man.
That's so annoying.
Well, there goes 45 seconds.
Yep, minimum. And then Viroda's getting tackled by Geodude. I actually think that Viroda should have just went in with Bubble instead of go for Withdrawal. Because Withdrawal doesn't help a lot versus Brock with mild nature.
Yeah.
Rock Tomb just does tons of damage. Yeah, because there's Rock Tomb there. Oh, crit. Didn't even matter. Alright, Amoeba getting through just outside of Torrent.
Yeah, so you want to leave. Ideally, you leave. You defeat Onyx with around between 5 and 7 HP. That'll generally give you Torrent for the important sections of the next route, because a lot of the Pokemon in Route 3 only get one shot when Squirtle is in Torrent. So having Torrent can save upwards of 30 to 45 seconds comparing to not having Torrent at all.
Correct. Okay. Got double defense curl. When Geodude's at higher HP, Geodude does prefer to use defense curl. But once Geodude's taken damage, it starts to get more aggressive and uses tackle. So getting the second defense curl was very lucky. Now Viroda won't immediately die to a Rock Tomb. But now it is going to be rough. Got the range, okay. So Viroda's going to have to take some damage in the first fight, just like Amoeba, and just like Main. Everybody's going to have Colton be aggressive.
I think Viroda needs 1 hit of damage, Amoeba needs 1 or 2 as well. I think it should be good enough.
Yeah. Ideally, I think Viroda gets 2 hits, just because 6 HP is just not spectacular.
Yeah.
Viroda should take 3 damage from each of these Caterpies because of the mild. So.
Oh yeah, he needs 2 hits.
Yeah, for sure. Amoeba might need 1 hit, and Main might need 1 hit. Ideally, you just have Torrent for level 14, maybe level 15. It's not really required, but it's better.
Yeah, if you have Torrent, this segment is very, very, very smooth sailing. You just mash A.
Okay. So 2 hits for Amoeba. The Caterpie will do 2 damage per shot. Poison Sting will do 3, but that introduces Poison as a possibility, which is, with Double String Shot, scary. Okay.
Yeah, I think maybe
Okay.
Amoeba's HP is
And
high enough.
Amoeba should just press A on Water Gun in order to get through. Main got hit, so we'll be able to... Okay,
That second hit from Amoeba was actually really good.
Yep, no, that was the exact RNG that Amoeba wanted. Main needs 1 more bit of damage to really be happy about this. And Main should probably tackle or bubble, one of the 2. Tackle is usually the safer option, yep. Getting unlucky. And not opting to go for it, and it's just going to eat the time loss. Which is fine. Alright, Viroda... Oh, max roll, nice. That did 4 damage, so each move has a 1 in 16 chance to do maximum damage, and that's what happened there. Pretty sure Viroda can just press A through the rest of this route.
Yeah, he just saved himself a setup turn.
Yep. Okay.
So looking ahead to because Route 3, you know, once they have Torrent, you just mash A, spam Water Gun, get through the route. Looking ahead to Mount Moon.
What is Ming gonna do? Maine's in a really awkward HP position because Maine is going to be at 16 out of 42, which is not in Torrent. And because Maine is mild,
He's probably gonna
that
do
is in Hyperfang kill range for Rocket Spinner.
The Rockets... No, Hyperfang does 12 to 15 here. I think he should be okay.
Oh, okay, it's 15 max roll? I thought it was 16 max roll. Okay.
Yeah, I think you need like 16 IV defense or less, or like 14 or less to get that extra damage on Hyperfang.
Gotcha. Yeah, it's always just worrying for...
Yeah, so what JP and I were just discussing there is the runners have to fight an optional in Mount Moon so that they can get enough experience for... they can get enough experience to level up to level 20 for Misty, which is essential because the Misty fight is, well, as we'll explain later, is very, very annoying, and we want to get all the experience up that we can get. So the optional that they decide to battle mostly depends on their HP setup. So you'll see the decision that they make. They might not all battle the same optional, but I think they all have pretty high HP, so they might end up all battling the Rocket Spinner.
Amoeba may go for Josh. I think Amoeba is still in Torrent, so doing youngster Josh, who has 2 Rattatas and a Zubat, would probably be better. Oh no, Amoeba is going for the Rocket Spinner, okay.
Yeah, Hyperfang does 11 to 13 on Amoeba's defenses, and he has 13 HP, and he has Torrent, and so Torrent, even if he gets like Tail Whip or something, it's still a 62% range to one-shot the Rattata when you're in Torrent, so... Yeah, this is the one downfall to battling the Rocket Spinner because it's a little bit risky. Most of the time you have to save before the fight.
Amoeba with a successful spinner pass, just to show us how it's done. And Tail Whip, good. Okay, don't miss the range like I did. Good. Alright, Amoeba is safe. Oh, Viroda hit the spinner.
Oh, he hit. Yeah, this scientist can be...
This is a
whole bundle of fun. Electric types. That no electric type moves. And
yeah, that's very unfortunate. Supersonic. Goodbye, Person. Oh, Viroda didn't equip the Person Berry. Uh-oh. Main getting Tail Whip. That's a little scary.
I think Viroda didn't intend to battle this optional, so he didn't save. So if he if he loses this fight, this can be
gonna be pretty. Yeah, definitely.
That did so much damage because of Screech.
Oh my goodness.
Alright, yeah. So Amoeba and Main, fortunately, getting through their optional fights unscathed.
Yep, and getting Wartortle.
Wow. This is a range on Voltorb. Oh, no, it's not. Not even
no, it's
close.
not. It's Squirtle.
There's a range on Magnemite. You usually don't fight this optional, so...
Yeah.
Got that mixed up.
I think that does get enough HP experience for level 20, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Hopefully Viroda knows this.
I think once he finds out that once he finishes the last Mount Moon fight that he levels up to level 18, I think he'll as long as that happens, he'll be okay.
Yeah. Amoeba riding on the edge after that quick attack.
And again, after the optionals, you generally also want Torrent because that Torrent will allow you to Torrent allows you to one-shot the first mandatory fight.
Mm-hmm.
And also, if you don't have Torrent, Grimer, this Grimer that's about to come up on Amoeba's screen, it is a range to two-shot if you're not in Torrent, and it knows really troll moves like Disable, Poison Gas.
Good crit.
Yeah, there's Disable.
And there is the Disable, yeah. So, forced to use Bubble now. Which isn't terrible because you get rid of Bubble, so it's not like you lose anything.
And it's not in Torrent, so I mean, it's not like he's saving.
Yeah, it's fine.
Turns. Oh well.
Oh, nice one-turn Disable. Unfortunately, no Torb means this Voltorb doesn't get one shot. Main also getting disabled. Poison gas, that's a little annoying. Viroda getting quick attack from the required
I think Amoeba has to heal that, right?
rocket.
Because he still needs to pick up his cutter.
Yes, Amoeba does have to heal off that poison.
Yeah, so if Amoeba didn't have to catch a cutter there, he can actually just let the poison. He can just let the poison. He can just let the poison tick all the way down, because he just reached level 18 after this fight. What he can do is he can, if in the event that you get poisoned, you can just let Squirtle die, and use the rare candies as a free revive so that you don't have to use your revive immediately on Squirtle.
Viroda potioned after the Moon Rocket fight, and I'm going to... Oh, okay. He was right. I thought that he would have been able to tank Poison Gas. I thought Poison Gas did 5, but it does 6, so good call. Is Viroda gonna... Yeah, Viroda's just gonna ride this and hope that he doesn't miss the range on the Voltorb. Now he has to. Okay.
Yeah, so
should be
Amoeba's
safe.
in the Route 4 grass right now. And just kind of caveat into one of the reasons why a lot of runners will prefer to run LeafGreen over FireRed. LeafGreen has a version exclusive Pokemon called Sandshrew, which is available on Route 4. And Sandshrew not only serves as an extra cutter and counter chance, but Sandshrew itself can also learn Strength, which if you don't have a Sandshrew, you can teach to Blastoise towards the end of the run, no problem. But because Sandshrew is lower level, it doesn't actually have 4 moves. So by teaching Strength to Sandshrew, you can actually save the time having to teach Strength over another move.
Plus it saves a menu. Because you can do it at the same time as you teach Blizzard. Alright, so Main about to fight Misty. This fight, if you don't have Bite, is really bad. Really, really bad. You're forced to use Mega Kick. Mega Kick is a terrible move. We'll discuss that in, like, a minute.
Yeah, but this fight can be really annoying because both of these... Nope, that's one of the main reasons, because
Unlucky,
Water Pulse
losing
is
the
confused,
person,
right? And both of Misty's Pokemon know Water Pulse, and in most instances, Staryu will almost always get at least one Water Pulse off.
Yeah. Because of Main's defense stat and being mild, Starmie should just use Swift. And that is exactly what's happening. Main is at... Oh! Main missed the 2-shot. That's unlucky. Fortunately, just click.
Yeah, the Starmie's only
on
a
Viroda
41%
screen.
range to 2-shot, so if you don't, it's not like you're expected to hit the range. And most of the time, if your first bite roll was really, really bad, then you can just tackle turn 2. So yeah, that you can skip the heal sequence.
Alright, Main making it through. Amoeba definitely going to have to tackle here. Yep. And back to bites. And didn't get confused. Good fight. Alright, Viroda getting the cutter.
Yeah, overall pretty close start between Amoeba and Main, and Viroda is not necessarily too far behind either.
No, this is completely reasonable.
And as we'll go over with the fun move we taught called Mega Kick, and pretty much no lead is safe until you finish until the very, very end of the run when you call time. So even if runners are a little bit behind right now, it's no indication of how the runs are going to finish towards the end of the run.
Revel 2. You go straight from one hard fight to another because Revel 2 basically means if you miss Mega Kick, you're probably dead.
Yeah, and largely in part because we opt to skip buying super potions from the Cerulean Mart because it's pretty far out of the way, especially compared to when we're picking up the rare candy and also entering the gym. So not having super potions means that, yeah, as JP said, if you don't hit, you're forced to hit a kick on Bulbasaur unless you crit your first fight turn, and if you miss the kick, in most instances you will die.
Getting Gust. Amoeba will potion here. Oh, there's the miss. But he does survive? Okay, hit the second one. That's good for me.
All good. Yeah, and you also don't want to enter this fight at too high of an HP because the Pidgeotto knows Sand Attack and Bulbasaur knows Leech Seed. Both moves are very, very annoying to deal with. So you actually want to keep your HP relatively low, ideally below half, so to minimize the chances that the rival will select those moves.
Ah! Amoeba has to reset. That's unlucky. Mega Kick miss after healing off Awakening is not good. Let's go for second try now. Viroda makes it through by the skin of his teeth versus Starmie. Get flinch, please. Gust again. Okay, so basically the same fight so far for Amoeba. Wins late rival 2. This is late rival 2. Flinch would be best. Good flinch. Missed again. Missed Sleep Powder. Okay. Hit your Mega Kick. Thank you. Good roll.
Oh, Mega Kick, as you just witnessed, can be a very, very annoying move to deal with as a Squirtle because even though it's very, very powerful, it has 120 base power, it only has 5 power points, and it's also only 75% accurate. And again, because Squirtle's attack stats aren't very high, Squirtle needs Mega Kick to take care of a lot of the bulky Grass-type Pokemon like Bulbasaur and Oddish, especially in the early portions of the run. And you have to hit, I think, 12 to 13 Mega Kicks throughout the run. And
pretty sure 13 is required.
Yeah, and so you have to hit a lot of Mega Kicks. And that's also a lot of chances to miss. And every time you miss, you're either losing a turn. You could potentially, if you get status, that's losing 2 turns. And so almost every kick you have to hit in this run is really important to either survive or not lose a ton of time.
Main is actually opting to save a Mega Kick and not Mega Kicking that Oddish.
I think because he missed one on the Bulbasaur.
Oh, just saving. I mean, I guess that's fine. You just Ether earlier if you just don't miss anymore. Unless Main missed 2 and I missed that. But I'm pretty sure Main only missed 1. Ooh, Viroda has
on the flip side,
spend the revive.
Of Mega Kick, you have Bite. Bite is a very, very nice move for Squirtle to have. One, it has really good coverage, and also because this is in Gen 3 before the physical special split, Bite is a special move. Bite is considered a special move because of its dark typing, which means that Bite actually gets the power boost, the slight power boost from Squirtle having perfect special attack. Bite also has a 30% chance to flinch. And because a lot of these lower level mons we outspeed,
Viroda!
It's fun.
Super kick him! Thank you. Oh my god. That was ridiculous. Viroda missed like 4 of his 5 kicks.
Yeah, having yellow kick PowerPoint count, leaving the Rival 2 fight is usually not a great indication.
Missed 3. Yeah, Bulbo missed Sleep Powder, which also has the same accuracy as Mega Kick. This is a range. Oh, no, it's the Abra that's a range. I'm sorry. Whew. Wow.
Yeah, fortunately, after the Rival 2 fight, because the runners got the Water Pulse TM after Misty, Water Pulse allows Water Pulse, especially because we don't have a lot of Water Gun power points anymore. Water Pulse just adds a lot of just adds more high damaging moves to Squirtle's moveset, and it removes the need for Torrent for most of the section all the way up to when we talk to Bill.
It's one of the reasons why Squirtle is better than Charmander, because Charmander doesn't really have the powerful move that Wartortle gets. Just Water Pulse just like smashes through things.
Yeah, and so in this segment, the only way you're losing time are by useless crits, because you pretty much one-shot everything one-shot everything in this segment, and also if you miss kicks. All right, let's see who does the Dan pass here.
I'm gonna guess no one.
I think Amoeba's gonna do it. He did it last race.
Oh, if Amoeba did it last race, then you know, free money.
Free money.
That's just YOLO pass. It's just 1 in 16 to get caught.
Yeah, I think the Dan pass isn't something that Main has practiced a whole lot either, because I think in attempts he's used to just going for the YOLO, because it saves about a second to if you complete the YOLO properly versus an optimal Dan pass. I think it's about 3/4 of a second. So
yeah. Main just doing the traditional YOLO pass.
Yeah, hitting that optional isn't even the worst. No, it's only like a 28-second fight, because it's just one Pokemon. You one-shot it with Bite, and it's just really it can be useful to if you're in Torrent, you can actually it can be useful in terms of not having you can potentially save a kick. But overall, you don't want to hit the spinner, because in most cases it's just time loss.
Yep. It's better to not fight optionals.
Yeah, so in about 45 seconds here, Amoeba's going to perform what we said was called the Dan Pass. The pass takes advantage of two mechanics. One is the spinner mechanics, where the that spinner kind of on his top right can only choose to change direction every 32 frames, and the movement he's about to do before he hits the start menu is 32 frames of movement. And so, yeah, so nice. He can use that start flash to see if the spinner has turned, and if not, he's safe to perform that last run minute. And so the second mechanic is that when you run around, you can run to specific tiles adjacent to a spinner to force them to look in specific directions. And so he uses that mechanic to kind of juke the spinner to basically avoid the fight.
Alright. Main is now through the Route 25 section. Gonna pick up this hidden ether here. Very good for Mega Kick PP management, which Main does need, because Main should be out of Mega Kicks now, if not one left.
Yeah, in most instances, you're finishing this segment with 0 or 1 Mega Kicks, so that ether placement is really convenient to just immediately be able to replenish your Mega Kick power points for Route 6 and the boat rival fight coming up.
And Main is getting the ticket to be able to actually do the boat rival fight. Alright, so Main's about a minute ahead. Ooh, Amoeba with a Mega Kick miss. That's unlucky. Yeah, just opting to... Oh, nice crit. Amoeba opting to bite there instead of throw the second Mega Kick. And hits the other one. So only lost 1 turn overall. Pretty good. Alright, let's see what Viroda does for the spinner pass. Oh, just gonna double bag manip. Alright. Yep. Oh, just single. Okay. So it is actually not safe to do just 1 bag open there, because the walk takes exactly 32 frames. So it will put you at the 1 in 16 risk still. Alright, Main hitting the kick on the Drowsy and is on his way to Vermilion.
Yeah, you need kicks for that Dig Rocket fight because Drowsy's special defense is really high. So
Super bulky.
Bite and Water Pulse, even if you're in Torrent, are usually never going to one shot the Drowsy. Fortunately, its defenses aren't too high, so Mega Kick will do the trick. If you miss the Mega Kick though, or if you don't one shot the Drowsy can be really troll because it knows Disable and it also knows Hypnosis. And so as you can imagine, if you miss the kick, you can just lose. And also it knows Confusion, which can confuse you, so you can just lose a ton of time.
Oh, Viroda's gonna have to take this slow. Okay, good.
Yeah, so Viroda, along with the other runners, picked up the Oranberry. That Oranberry is going to be useful for as a backup for specific Torrent HP setup in Koga's gym, which we will talk about a little bit when we get a little bit closer to that segment.
Main getting quick attacked. Was that a quick attack crit?
I didn't pay close attention. Oh, this HP is really good for Main because he takes the low Vine Whip roll. He takes the low Vine Whip roll because he has really high special defense. So I think once he candies, he's going to be like 17 HP, 18 HP, which is definitely high enough HP to just go straight into the fight. Hopefully he opts candy here.
So Rival 3 is very similar to Rival 2. Same Pokemon, essentially. Upgrading 3 to their second stage evolutions. But this fight, because you have Super Potions, is much safer. With Main being in Torrens, Main will get to Water Pulse Pidgeotto turn 1, Heal turn 2 with Super Potion, and then hopefully just win from there.
Yeah, you saw Amoeba pick up the rare candy at the top of routes at the northeast corner of Route 6. As you saw Main do, that rare candy is pretty much going to be used immediately. Entering the fight at level 26 is definitely possible, but you are at risk of taking more damage from the opponent's moves. You also do less damage, so if your attack stat isn't super high, the bite kick range that Main is about, it's not a range for Main right now, but if he was level 26 and his attack was lower, the range could be a lot worse.
Good flinch. Okay, good fight.
That's a pretty good fight.
We say this as Main still needs to hit another Mega Kick. Okay, good fight.
Yeah, the Ivysaur is probably the biggest roadblock in the fight, though. In most instances, for the Raticate, if you miss the kick, you're just losing a turn.
Yep. It's very rare that the Raticate can kill you. It basically requires Hyper Fang critical.
Yeah, Hyper Fang only does like 12 to 13 on his defense anyway, so it's not like he's at risk of dying if he misses the kick. And Water Pulse and Torrent will also do the job, so even if once he gets to low HP, he doesn't have to risk any more kicks after that.
Right, Amoeba's turn.
It was at like the low 30s, right? His HP. Yeah.
Yeah. So bite, gets
Well,
sand attack,
sand
that's
attack,
unfortunate.
really.
Has to swap. Nice thing about swapping here is that you immediately get a full heal after the fight. So,
And as long as the runners remember to do it.
well, you know. We've got experienced Pokemon runners here. I'm sure they'll all remember. Flinch, please. Kick hit, please. Good fight. Viroda wants to get quick attacked. If Viroda gets quick attacked, Viroda will have good HP for level 3. Did not get quick attacked. Okay. So Viroda will have to do the same sort of fight that Amoeba did.
Alright, Main's about to do the fun cans segment. So cans, the way cans works is that there are 2 switches. There are 2 switches that you need to find, and you have to find them consecutively. The first switch is in any of the random cans, but the second switch will always be in a can that's either directly to the left, above, to the right, or below the can containing the first switch if the can exists.
Correct. Main getting a middle can, which is 1 in 4 for this one to be the correct one. Nope. Unlucky. This is where Amoeba can catch up, just based on can luck. Alright, second try, that's fine. Alright. So it should be fine for main here. Mild makes Surge difficult. That is the only downside for Mild.
Yeah, especially because your height, because one of the downfalls, even though in a lot of instances having high speed is really beneficial to avoiding setup turns, on particular gym fights. This is probably one of the fights where it's not super beneficial to have high speed, because if you're lower speed, you're doubling the chance that Voltorb can actually damage you, which makes it a lot easier to set up a torrent on Raichu and avoiding having to hit kicks. And saving kicks not only avoids the chance of
Viroda, are you swapping?
chance of missing.
Swapping, right? Oh, you're just super potioning. Okay. Viroda got leech seeded.
Yeah. But you also carry your Mega K power points into the Route 9, Route 10 segment, and so you don't want to be using up too many kicks in this fight.
Yeah. I would definitely swap after the super potion. You have a Rattata. Raticate is in I'm gonna beat you up mode. Definitely swap.
I think that should be good HP for him to swap. Oh, wow. Wow, man just got through the fight. Yeah, so usually Surge can be really scary because the Raichu outspeeds you. It knows Thunder Wave and Shockwave will usually do more than half your health. Almost always do more than half your health. So, it also knows Double Team. So, in a lot of cases, you're going to have to hit at least 1 or 2 water pulses or kicks through that double team. Alright, maybe starting the search fight. Confusion crit from... Man, Viroda is just getting a beatdown from this rival fight.
Yeah, Viroda... Kinesis!
Not even disable, that's...
Oh,
man. Oh boy.
That was the...
Amoeba also getting through Surge first try.
Wow.
He got Thunder Wave into kick hit.
Hey, that's good. Viroda with some unlucky unluck there.
Yeah, so this upcoming segment right after Surge is also a place where you can just bleed a lot of time. You have to hit quite a few kicks, and in most instances, if you miss the kick, you're probably going to lose 2 turns.
Yep. Oh, poison powder.
Poison powder is actually not the worst.
No, it's fine. Honestly, like, nothing is really bad. It's just like it costs you 2 turns and one of your status healing items.
Yeah,
Poison
there are a lot
powder
of
honestly
slowpokes
is the
in
worst one
Rock
to get.
Tunnel that are also ranges, and yeah, in this segment, even though you're in most fights, you're not likely to die. You're not likely to lose your run, but there are just places where you can just bleed, just slowly bleed a lot of time away.
Mm-hmm.
For example, if you miss 2 of their first 3 kicks.
Imagine hitting kicks. Disgusting. Good flinch, though. But that just saved Amoeba about a minute.
Yeah, Amoeba can catch up here, but he also has to hit his kicks.
Mm-hmm. The quick attack was good for Viroda there. Main playing it safe, not going for the spinner minute.
Yeah,
And
so
Viroda found the first can.
in Gen 3, there's a special mechanic called the bag manip, where if you enter any menu, any of the menus in your start menu, you can reset the spinner's cycle so that, as we said, most spinners can only begin to change direction every 32 frames, and so once you bag and once you enter and exit the bag, you can guarantee a safe pass. Alternatively, there are some spinners where once you acquire the bike, you can do what is called a run into bike pass, where, as we went over with the Dan pass earlier, you're pretty much just taking advantage of running to certain tiles to force spinners to look a particular direction, and using the 32 frame buffer that you get from kind of restarting the spinner cycle to get on the bike and pass the spinner.
Double team for Viroda's Raichu. Got confusion. Throw the kick, please. This is like 50%-ish.
Another double team.
Yeah. And Viroda is shockwaved here. This won't put him in Torrents. And hits the worst possible percentage Mega Kick. Good job. Alright, everybody's through Surge.
Yeah, Yeah, so there's an upcoming trainer here. I think we're gonna see Amoeba and main save for the fight. Maybe not Amoeba because he has that high HP, but main with how many status healing items he's already used. HP is not the highest.
Yeah, main I would save.
Oh, wow, he's going straight in.
I mean, if main has a revive, then it's fine. But,
oh, that's true.
Generally, Martha, Oddish, and Bulbasaur have to hit 2 Mega Kicks. Usually a good call to save.
Yep, Martha is the pinnacle of the bulky plants fight.
Good punch on that Slowpoke. And main hit both Mega Kicks.
I mean, if you hit both your kicks, it's you know sometimes you can save for safety, and you can just look like you look like a bit of a fool because you just hit both your kicks and it's a 2-turn fight.
Just hit your kicks, forehead. Viroda getting the bike. Amoeba double biting the Oddish. Gets a flinch, good. Oh, Amoeba is probably on 1 kick.
Yeah.
Yeah. Didn't want to Elixir early. Oh, Amoeba is on 2 kicks. Yeah, Amoeba could have gone.
Wasn't guaranteed. I think with 21, it's like 14 and 16.
That's reasonable.
Anyway,
I would have gone for it. Yeah, but they both make it through, which is what you want.
Yeah, the rest of the rock tunnel segment, it's just about good execution in terms of movement. The runners opt to do the movement in the dark because getting the flash. I mean, if you can do the movement, you don't need flash, and so if you go out of your way to get the HM, it's a lot of just unnecessary time loss.
Plus, I'm pretty sure flashing is against TOS.
That is a fair point.
Ugh, Viroda having to antidote there. Oh, antidoting on the Bellsprout is scary. Ooh.
Yeah, because the Bellsprout can do a damaging move on you. Yeah, the one caveat of doing the movement in the dark is that there is one spinner. There is one spinner where you have to perform some sort of manip or pass completely in the dark, and so because you can't see the spinner before you're pretty much right about to pass him, a lot of times these runners will have to. This is one of the few places where the runners have to have their inputs, have that pass memorized input for input.
There's some visual cues you can use.
There are a few.
Like it's not completely blind.
Yeah,
but like there's some like patches that Viroda failed to pass. Viroda went one too far.
I ran one too far. Yeah, that forces the spinner up.
Yeah, one tile too far. That run to bike spinner pass is a 1 tile window to get it, because if you go 1 tile too close, it forces them to look up. 1 tile too far, it's not close enough for the hiker to look towards your direction.
Yeah, to reset his cycle. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's tile perfect, and also you have, I think it's 8 frames to actually get on the bike and start moving.
Uh-oh, main giving spoilers. Let's see what happens. Okay.
Yeah, that was in fact not safe. He started walking 1 tile too early, but thankfully not punished.
Okay, not punished. That was less punishing than I expected. Yeah. The movement after was very touristy, but otherwise, not getting the optional is good.
Yeah, sometimes when you mess up that movement, you gotta give the runner, runner a couple of seconds to let them recover.
Amoeba getting through. Good job. Okay, main hitting the other Mega Kick.
Yeah, so that Oddish is the last required 75% kick.
Yep. If you're out of Torrent, there's one more, but...
Yeah, Amoeba is slightly out of Torrent here, so you might have to kick the Eradicate.
I don't know, I think if he missed the kick and got poisoned, by the time he got to the game corner, he could have had Torrent. Alright, Bane getting escape ropes and super repels.
That is
Amoeba,
all the
not
escape ropes
far
and
behind.
repels that he's going to need for the rest of the run.
Viroda slotting himself into the spot before that trainer.
Yeah, so one of the things that we didn't go over during the rock tunnel movement and also Nugget Bridge is that a lot of the runners will opt to talk to trainers instead of letting the trainers see them, because the exclamation point, that box that pops up above the trainer's head, is costs about a second, and so a lot of the times the movement just to talk directly to the trainer ends up skipping out on that animation. There is one exception in which you actually you intentionally let the trainer see you, and that's at the top floor of the Lavender Tower.
Yeah. Also for Sammy as well. In the forest, you just let Sammy walk to you. And that's more to save encounter time.
Yeah, to save the encounter risk. Also, because a lot of the times, pretty much always, the runners are going to be picking up that hidden potion in front of Sammy, so it's not really, it doesn't really save all that much time to walk the 3-4 tiles back to Sammy and talk to him.
Oh, wait, where's Viroda? Is Viroda doing Top Hiker? This is Top Hiker. Okay.
Yeah,
so Viroda's going for the high
hit the
HP
optional.
strat.
I think he's trying to consolidate some sort of higher XP threshold.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a high HP route where you can candy early before Koga and get a much better Koga fight. So I think that's what Viroda's going for with this route.
Yeah, with high XP, the Koga fight is a little bit safer, and also if you can also outspeed Blaine's Rapidash at lower speed IVs, at the expense of some Pokemon end up becoming ranges towards the end. That would usually be guaranteed on the kind of the traditional world record route.
Amoeba doing what I would do in that situation, which is let go of the right direction early. I do that too much.
Yeah, so
Rhoda's not letting me cover for him.
Yeah, so all these runners are going to end up leveling to level 34 right before the Giovanni fight, and because we have two candies, one that Main just picked up in the hideout and also one you picked up on Route 9, you can candy to Blastoise immediately for the Giovanni fight, which is pretty much essential because if you don't, Mega Punch from Kangaskhan does like half your health.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
You have to like 4-shot Kangaskhan with Water Pulse. So yeah, evolving early saves many turns and the risk of just not dying to the fight.
Spider's a range. Wait. Yeah, this Spider's a range.
That bite.
No. It's the other Sandshrew that's the range.
Yeah. The Arbok, though, is going to be, if you're in Torrent, the Arbok is a 10 and 16 range to one-shot with the Torrent Water Pulse. And if you're not in Torrent, you just don't even bother. You don't even bother going for Water Pulse turn 1. You generally try to go for the Bite Flinch instead, and then finish off with Water Pulse.
Much safer.
Yeah, so just looking ahead to beyond the Giovanni fight, you want to leave the fight with, if you're doing, all these runners are going to be doing, I think all these runners are going to be doing the Mega Kick strat for the Lavender rival fight, and so in that case, you want to leave the Giovanni fight with between 35 and 53 HP, or some variant of it where you can potion or super potion to within that HP range.
Does main have enough kicks left? I assume the answer is yes, but...
Yeah, in general, if you don't, there's a backup max ether you can do. A lot of racers will opt to pick up that max ether if they don't have enough kicks. Just because the alternative fight can just be pretty risky. The Meg Kick strat is a little bit more expensive because of the setup that's...
Hey, Amoeba got poisoned.
Min picked up a calcium.
Amoeba taking the extra tick from poison. Viroda out of the tunnel. Hey. Oh, main was wanting the max ether. Oh, yeah. So the max ether is actually in the same room that you get the lift key.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Alright, so this fight is straightforward, and then you get to Kangaskhan. Both Onyx and Rhyhorn get water gunned with no problem. And then Kangaskhan is a tanky girl. I just noticed that Amoeba held poison.
Pretty smart. I mean, considering, as I said, you want to leave the fight with like between 35 and 53 HP. The poison will just help them get down there.
Yep.
You could realistically heal the poison right now. Just kind of expect to anticipate damage.
Fake out. Uh-oh. Would definitely heal.
Now this HP is going to start a little bit worrisome, because that's not Torrent.
Oh, the confusion helps. Hurt yourself. Tail Whip. Okay.
Ooh,
now
okay.
Mega Punch
now
is really scary.
Tail Whip.
Please critical hit this Water Pulse. Oh,
Nice
that's
flinch.
an amazing flinch!
Nice flinch.
That is genius.
That was HP. Yeah, you can double potion this.
Yeah, double potion, antidote,
Fine.
all good. In fact, you could even like tick down a few more. If
he could
wants
take down a few and just super potion turn 1 on the fight as well.
Yeah, antidoting here is completely fine. Yeah, dang.
Yep, so now
that was
Amoeba and
very
main's a little bit ahead, so he just went ahead and went to the department store to pick up all the X items he needs for the rest of the run. He's not doing kick strats, so I think it's 4 5x speeds, a lot of X specials, 5x accuracies, and 3 guard specs usually is what you end up buying. Yep, pick up fly.
By the way, those that couple that Main just passed, don't go up and walk to them. You will lose tons of time.
Yeah, fortunately they only have a vision of 1.
Yep.
So
And only have a vision of 1 if you have 2 Pokemon in your party.
This is one of the nice menus that feels really nice to do cleanly.
Yes. Push into 46, pretty safe. Super Bell, equip black glasses, because we need the cool shades. And Main's about to do X special strats. Because that's where we are in 2022. Using X special on Rival 4. So the idea behind this strat, double X special, this allows you, while you're in Torrent, to be able to use Water Pulse on Ivysaur, and it's a 13 out of 16 range to KO.
Might just set up a 3rd X special to guarantee that range.
You can't. Well, I mean, you could, but you have to kill Pidgeotto immediately. And if you get sand attacked, you're done. So, we'll see what happens here.
This 30 HP is a little too high anyway.
Plus, you don't want to go too low.
Oh, there you go. That's fine.
Yeah. The reason that you don't want to go too low is because thrash damage.
Oh, right, because you don't one-shot
Gyarados.
You don't one-shot Gyarados.
Correct. You have to double bite the Gyarados. All right, here's the range, 13, 16 range. Got it. Okay, good. All right. Best thing that Main can get here is flinch. Thrash, okay. 6 HP, okay. It's a little low, but it's fine. Amoeba setting up for Mega Kicks. Get sanded. Okay, so...
Yeah, so the goal is... The goal for the Lavender rival fight... Ooh, because he's out of 20, he misses the 8 and 16 range.
Oh, that's bad! That is actually really bad, because now...
Does he only have 2 kicks?
No. It's not that he only has 2 kicks. The guard spec is going to run out on the wrong turn.
Yeah,
this will still kill.
Why he didn't kick the Pidgeotto. I thought he only had 2 kicks left, so he had to kind of force the Water Pulse range.
Yeah. So now Amoeba should Water Gun this Gyarados.
Oh, it's fine. He needs to take the thrash damage anyway. It's no big deal.
Okay.
So in general, you want to leave the Lavender rival fight with between 21 and 28, 29 HP. Or, again, some variant of it where you can heal into that HP range. And that HP range is very specific because you want to maintain Torrent. You want to maintain Torrent for Koga's Gym. And yeah, we'll talk about the specifics of Koga's Gym, this HP setup for Koga's Gym later, but right now it's just important that they keep Torrent. Torrent saves a few inputs here and there, and also it allows being able to carry the Torrent into Koga's Gym is also really important.
Mm-hmm. So Viroda, as soon as Viroda beats this Arbok, Viroda will have Blastoise. It's Glare into Leer. That Arbok just likes looking at things. Alright, and here's Blastoise. Because of me, yeah. The Positive
again,
there.
similar to the Positive from Dan Pass. It's just he's spending a specific number of frames doing the movement to walk up to the top before that spinner, and he flashes the start menu to see if the spinner has turned, and if the spinner has not turned, the spinner can't turn while Amoeba is passing this, while Amoeba completes that final tile of pass.
Viroda forgot to heal the paralyze. This should still be fine if he heals it here.
I think, yeah, it should be fine because Rhyhorn won't go for Rock Tomb. It knows Rock Tomb, which is why you don't usually don't want to heal stuff here. But oh wow.
No, it also knows Scary Face. Yeah. I mean, it should still be fine, but
he's gonna be slower than the Kangaskhan now. But I think that's the only main difference.
Yeah, this does put Viroda at risk of Bite Flinch. Well, Fake Out Flinch may as well. Tail Whip, okay. Okay, Mega Punch is guaranteed to kill now. Viroda is scared. I would be too. Triple! Oh man, please don't get critical Mega Punch. Okay, it's fine. Viroda was definitely scared of that Mega Punch critical.
Yeah, unfortunately this HP is quite high for the Lavender rival fight, so he's probably going to have to stall a few turns to chip his HP back down to into the 20s, to leaving the fight in the 20s.
Viroda could also do the single X special strat.
True.
Yeah. Super risky, but it allows you to possibly take more Razor Leaf damage from Ivysaur.
Yeah,
meanwhile,
so
Amoeba
in the top floor here, that Main and Amoeba are going through in Lavender Tower. You'll notice that after the fight, the rocket grunts actually leave out the bottom, and that's actually one of the reasons why we just proceed to walk up the middle instead of going zigzagging to talk to these rocket spinners, because they actually have to walk off the screen anyway.
It is task proven to be faster, so there is not a better way to do it.
Also, there's a Rattata and Eradicate coming up that can just ruin your HP setup.
Yep.
That's
or help it, depending on what it is. The Rattata and Eradicate are just like, I ain't reading your HP value. Sorry that happened to you. Or glad it happened. So Main is actually in
+3s, that
decent HP already, yeah.
He just has to Oranberry.
Yeah.
Could be problematic if he doesn't get damaged by Wheezing, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there.
Alright, so Main's Super Pelt is going to run out right before entering the tea house, which means that all these Pokemon that are in here can get in his way now. Wow. The Nido just wanted to be in the corner.
Who needs the Repel?
Okay, good job, Main.
Yep. So pick up the tea, and now it's time for a fun spinner path, for a fun biker path.
No. We have a shiny check first.
Yeah, I don't want to get ahead of myself. Pause, everyone. One frame late.
Edge. Okay. Oh no, Viroda got sand attacked.
Oh.
Oh, Main failed the pass.
1 in 16. That's unlucky.
Good news is this fight is free as long as you have water pulses. It just takes a minute.
Yeah, so ideally you want to, again, it's a lot of the movement that,
Oh,
a lot of the
Viroda!
movement is dependent on,
Oh,
oh,
no!
he misses the
Oh,
bite.
no! Miss! Oh, no! Oh,
I think he can revive here,
you might be able to.
but having to set up X items again can be kind of tricky for dealing with X item counts at the end. Yeah, but that biker pass, usually you want, again, the movement is largely dependent on starting and stopping right along at a time that aligns with the biker's spin cycles. Yeah, you generally want to...
Viroda doesn't have revive! Oh no, he used revive on the bridge!
And he didn't save. Man, that's brutal.
No.
Unfortunately, that money loss doesn't really matter anymore, but...
No.
Where does he even go?
Nah, Viroda just said in chat that he's gonna take Swift's lead and go nap. GG's, Viroda.
GG's, Viroda. A little unlucky. Alright, everyone, spam Capchat in the chat.
Viroda going back to bed up at Mom's house. I appreciate the visuals. Unlucky. Viroda did good to make it to Level 4. Did very well despite some pretty unlucky luck. So
I think Main still has his revive, so he opts not to pick up the optional revive in front of the Surf House. Yeah, so Safari Zone, you pick up Full Restore, the Gold Teeth, and Surf. Surf is a very powerful move. Watertight, it gets the benefit of Torrent, 95 base power, 15 power points, it just hits insanely hard. And, you know, it's fairly easy to get, so... A lot of the back half of this run is going to be very dependent on this very powerful move.
yeah, Surf is the best HM. Like, by far. I don't think any other HM has come even close.
I think I'm actually going to switch to Amoeba's audio here.
Oh, yeah. I forgot to switch it.
Yeah, so the Koga fight, you want to be between 33 and 40-ish HP. Specifically, you want to maintain Torrent, while also being able to tank Koga's most powerful move, which is Sludge. Sludge generally will do around 30 damage, and if he poisons you, because we're in Torrent, there is no HP setup where the Squirtle can tank a Sludge plus poison.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so for that reason, also Muck is a 2-shot to Surf and Torrent,
Yes.
and it really likes Minimize. And as we saw with Double Team on Surge, it can just be very, very annoying to deal with. So
Main just does Bite plus Surf on Wheezing, right? Because Main's going to be out of Torrent.
yeah.
Let me see if I can switch us over to the 2-player layout.
Yeah, so maybe it gets Minimize here. No, he hits the Surf anyway. That's good. Yeah, so Wheezing is also in Torrent is a 6 and 16 range to one-shot in Torrent, and in general, going for the surf range is the safer option, but going for the bite flinch on average is slightly faster. You also can choose to bite or to go for the range depending on whether you want to keep your HP as it is or if you don't mind taking damage. Because you also want to maintain Torrent for the next gym leader fight, which will be Blaine. Amoeba getting through the fight. You missed the range, but I think he got through the smoke screen.
Yeah, was all fine.
The main also got through the fight pretty cleanly too. I'm gonna switch the audio again.
Alright. I mean, we could switch layout, but then we've got Leaf over on the right side, just chilling in bed. Okay.
Oh, there we go.
Alright. Alright, so now they're
Hope
surfing
all chat
down
enjoys
to Cinnabar.
stretched Squirtle stats.
Posture check for everybody. And hydrate.
Yep. So in the Pokemon Mansion here, I think the runners will pick up a Carbos. With their speed situation, they will probably opt to pick up the Carbos here. You don't always pick up the Carbos, depending on if you have low speed or if you don't need it. But all the runners will pick up the Carbos. They'll also pick up the TM for Blizzard. Blizzard, much like Mega Kick, it hits hard but doesn't hit very often. Fortunately, now that we have the X accuracies from the department store, we don't really have to worry about hitting 70% Blizzards except for one fight. And most of the fights that we have to hit Blizzards on, they will end up getting the X accuracy boost, so the Blizzards will be 93% to hit instead of just 70.
Amoeba doing well to avoid the Primerica recruiter. And Blaine time, yeah. This is a quiz puzzle, Jim. You have to answer 6 questions correctly, and if you get them wrong, you waste time fighting a trainer. So, pressing the correct buttons is key.
Definitely right after the Blaine fight is where pressing the correct button is even more key.
Yes. Well,
we'll go over that when we get there.
That's the 7th bonus question.
Yeah. I don't know if main managed to take damage, but if you don't, if you have Torrent and you outspeed Blaine's Rapidash, you can just mash A, spam Surf, and call it a day. But you need Torrent. Otherwise, you don't one-shot the Arcanine with Surf.
Yep. And if you don't have enough speed, you have to X speed, or else the Rapidash will outspeed you and typically bounce.
Yeah, it depends on your defensive stats, but unless you're Rash and you have relatively low special defense, it's usually going to use bounce, and generally the Fire Blast that Rapidash's Fire Blast will do more than Growlithe, so you have to also consider that when entering this fight, whether you want to X speed or not. 95% of the time, if you don't outspeed Blaine's Rapidash, you will X speed.
Lupsick pointing out the audio desync. I have fixed said audio desync. Wait, who is... They're basically the same. This is a very close race.
Now, honestly, we could probably get away with switching the audio and chat wouldn't have been able to tell the difference because the races are so close.
Yep. Yeah, so because of Viroda's unfortunate exit from the race, both Amoeba and Main are guaranteed to advance to round 3. However, the winner is guaranteed pot 1. So it still is on them to finish the race and make it through to the next round with hopefully a better matchup.
Alright, the 7th and most important question. Would you like to go to the Sevi Islands with Bill? Make sure to say no. If you say yes, you get kidnapped to the Sevi Islands and you can't come back until you finish the, 5 to 10 minute side quest there.
Correct. Alright, back to Celadon for the third and final time. And it's time to go to the gym, which we've avoided for quite a long time for a very specific reason. And that specific reason is we didn't have Blizzard.
Yeah, it's a grass type gym, so yeah, if you don't have a coverage move like Blizzard, you're not gonna have a good time with Squirtle. Yeah, Erica is the one and only fight where the route doesn't really set up X accuracies for Blizzard. So if you don't have Torrent, if you don't have Torrent for the Victory Bell, you might have to end up hitting 2 70% Blizzards in the fight. There is a safety strat. I'm not sure if either of the runners will opt to go for it, but if they do, I will go over what that strat actually is.
Alright, Main not teaching Blizzard to Rattata, same with Amoeba. Good job, both runners. Ooh, Amoeba's actually gonna be out of Torrent.
Yeah, so he's got to hit a Blizzard.
He's gotta hit 2 Blizzards, yeah. Gotta eat some eggs. It's good breakfast. Although I guess for Amoeba, it's currently dinner time. Neither of them saving going into Erica. A little more risky for Amoeba rather than
I think
Main.
because both of them had the revive.
Yeah.
Still.
Oof. Alright, well, now Amoeba's gonna have Torrent. That did a lot of damage.
I think that was a high roll. I think it does max 32 on the special defense.
Sounds right.
Unfortunately,
Main
can't do
missed.
the safety strat here.
Giga Drain also to 6 HP. Well, 16. Okay, Amoeba's healing here. This is very safe. This is guaranteed Giga Drain there, and still in Torrent.
Well,
So
that's
it's
actually,
fine.
if he hits this Blizzard, that's a really good
Don't
HP
miss
setup
Blizzard?
for the next fight. That is
Yeah,
really
all you
good
need.
HP setup.
Yeah, just need the Super Potion in your Golden. Oh no! Main missed another Blizzard.
Yeah, there's his
There's the
revive.
revive. Okay.
I figured that's why you didn't save. Yep, so off to Silphco for Amoeba.
That's a very nice revive HP, by the way. Okay. Now Surf. It should kill. Yeah. Because it's just barely not killable at full HP, so that should be fine.
I guess this is double potion for main. You want to be around in the 80s. You want to be in around the 80s HP before the Silphco rival fight. That way we need 3 setup turns, and wing attack will generally 3 wing attacks will generally do around 50 for these defenses in total.
Yep.
Not 50 each turn, 50 in total.
Yep. And you want to end up back at about 30 HP in order to hold Torrent through the rest.
Yeah, 30
of
and the
this
lower,
section.
and generally the lower the better, because they pick their high speed and they pick up the Carbos, they can actually skip a setup turn on the Sabrina fight, which is very, very good, because if your speed isn't high enough and you have to X speed to outspeed Alakazam, Venomoth will use Psybeam, and it's 10% to confuse. And yeah, if Venomoth confuses you, you're in for a bad day.
Alright, Amoeba passed the spinner and is about to fight Sylph Rival. Let's hope we don't get more missed blizzards. We are using an X accuracy here, so theoretically we won't. But as we saw in the previous race, you can definitely still miss. Main opting to double potion. I agree with that. I actually like double potioning when you've got them available, just to get deeper torrent. Alright, decent HP. Could be a little lower, but yeah,
should be fine. If he goes through the bite range on Cubone and he misses it to get some chip damage, it would be nice. Yeah. Fake out would also be nice. There's still definitely ways that this HP can get lowered. Because you're skipping the X speed setup turn on Sabrina, you're pretty much carrying this HP all the way until the Giovanni gym leader fight.
Alright, Amoeba is through.
Yeah, so Torrent is also really important to maintain through the segment, because we want to try and conserve as many surfs as we can. We have 15, and if you have optimal Torrent, you're generally only going to use by the end of the Giovanni fight, you're going to end up using around 10. So if you have full Torrent, it's not too much of a sweat. But if you don't have Torrent, you know, it can be really tricky trying to manage your surf power points.
Yep, exactly. I like main's HP better than Amoeba's.
Most definitely. Hopefully main doesn't get trolled by Giovanni though.
Yeah,
to ruin this HP setup.
Amoeba just gets the bite range, so... let's see here.
Yeah. So this upcoming second Giovanni fight, everything dies to Surf except Kangaskhan is a 13 and 16 range, and it still knows Mega Punch. And if we remember from our last encounter with Giovanni, Mega Punch can do, especially when we're in Torrent, Mega Punch can do a lot of damage. It can be kind of scary.
Yes. 46, 3, 3, 4.
Like
so Amoeba
49.
is gonna get 10 HP by the time he gets to Giovanni. Giovanni 3, I'm sorry. Which will be out of Torrens. He'll be out of Torrens actually right before Giovanni. So Fake Out here would be very nice.
Or like miss range into Bite. That would also be nice.
Yeah.
I think his moveset is the same as it was in the first fight. I think it's Tail Whip, Mega Punch, Fake Out, and Bite. Oh, Fake Out's good.
No, Kangaskhan has range.
It has Rage now instead of Tail Whip,
yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. But that was exactly what Amoeba wanted. Excellent.
That's pretty good. Yep, we like to see that.
No need to worry. And then Water Pulse. Oh, okay. You can Water Pulse this right one
so
as well.
There's absolutely no worry about the HP anymore.
Yep.
So yeah, because we don't have to set up an X speed, the next two fight, the Sabrina fight, and all of Giovanni's gym, are just mash A, for 10 minutes, and yeah, the only way because they have full torrent, the only way they're losing time is either bad execution or a useless crits. That's pretty much it.
Mm-hmm.
So if anyone needs a bathroom break, this would probably be it. Once main gets through Kangaskhan, this is a really good time to have take a nice bathroom break or something.
Yep, to prepare for the last section.
Absolutely nothing interesting will happen. Yep, you get to the Kangaskhan, so you're rest assured you're not going to be missing all too much, unless Main or Amoeba somehow mess up.
Yeah, if they click the wrong button, then that's the only way that things could go bad. Yep. So this is a good time time to hit an optional, right? All you gotta do is walk the wrong path in Sabrina's gym, and you'll hit an optional.
You can also do that in Giovanni's gym.
Giovanni has plenty of optionals. Like there's so many optionals in Giovanni's gym. It's just like, what do you guys do here?
And there are like 3 optionals that end up leading to a dead end, which I think is kind of funny.
Yep.
Yeah, and yeah, Giovanni's gym. It's a ground type gym. We're a water type. We have Surf and Torrent. You can imagine.
And Water Pulse. The gym's free. Literally free.
We have like 35 power points of water moves, all of which one shot. So it's just like this is like the one actual break we get in the run.
Yeah.
And then
but it's not actually a break because we still have to press buttons.
Yeah. Unfortunately we can't go AFK, but this is probably the one real break you get in the run, and then you just run into a massive gauntlet. You get the Verdian rival fight, Victory Road movement, and the Elite Four, all of which can ruin your day.
These spinner tiles are much faster in Gen 3 than they are in Gen 1. So you fight Black Belt first.
Yeah, that's not Lovesick here. Lovesick told me he couldn't wait. He couldn't wait to get time outed in the speed gaming chat today.
Well,
did not think that's how he was gonna do it.
It's not timed out. That was a delete. That was a message deletion. I'm pretty sure, but still. just as a look ahead to the next 4 races, we have 4 races remaining in this round of the tournament. Tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern Time, New York time, we have Kadir versus Cooker versus Huanli, the emulator world record holder and the console world record holder in the exact same race. Good luck, Kadir. Monday at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, we have Randall H. Cheese versus now second place Pokeguy versus Sheep Squared. And then at 6 p.m. on Monday, we have Bang versus Mockwing versus Pickle. And on Friday, the 22nd, the final race will be 4 p.m. Eastern, Shiru versus Caternies versus Kid Rocker. So, a very fun set of races. And then I believe Friday night we'll be picking round 3 draws then. That's what I expect. So
there's a lot of depth in this tournament. So all these upcoming races are going to be very fun to watch.
That's all going to be here on the Speed Gaming Twitch network. Shoutouts to Speed Gaming for allowing us to use their hosting mechanism to do the races. Speed Gaming. Over under 1.5 Elite Four deaths. Over. I assume that both of them will have 1 death.
I assume you mean over under 1.5 across both racers and not.
Yeah, that's what I assumed as well. Yeah. Yeah. So 2 total deaths in E4 between these two. Each of them will have 1. Okay, hey, it's actually time for an interesting fight for Amoeba. The final rival fight. It's very similar to the Silph
Pretty much
rival
the same
fight.
as the last fight.
Yeah.
Hit your Blizzard, you're A-okay.
You miss Blizzard, might have a bad time. Also, Alakazam actually knows attacking moves, so Alakazam is more of a threat. Amoeba's saving early. I like this. Yeah, just don't miss Blizzard. Or if you do miss Blizzard, just tank the Razor Leaf. You know, that's also a valid strategy. Alright, so ideally, X accuracy, 2x specials, and then you can go. And then depending on what happens with Gyarados, you can use an X speed or not.
Yeah, so if you tank a Psychic, so if you have like 60-ish HP, and Gyarados uses Rain Dance, then you can actually opt to skip the X speed, because even if Alakazam uses Calm Mind, the Rain will boost Surf's power by another 50%, so you can still one-shot the Alakazam, no problem.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and also rain text can be pretty slow, so being able to skip the X speed just offsets a little bit of that time loss. Yeah, Amoeba hit his Blizzard, so.
Mm-hmm. We'll see what this Gyarados does. Rain Dance. Okay, so because Rain
You can
Dance...
actually switch to Gyarados here. Not
Yep.
sure if you will or not.
Yep.
You will.
Much better to surf the Gyarados than have a 7% chance to miss. Amoeba now also gets to skip the X speed. Because ideally you just X speed on this Growlithe. But with Rain Dance and outside of Psychic range, you'll be able to KO Alakazam even if Alakazam uses Calm Mind.
Main also hitting his Blizzard, so for the most part, shouldn't run into too many issues afterwards.
Bite was disabled. Wow. Did Amoeba's Blastoise have something stuffed in its jaw? Rough. Alright, but Amoeba makes it through. Main has to X speed here, which is fine.
Yeah, so you'll see upcoming that once Amoeba enters Victory Road, he actually won't Super Repel immediately. That's because the two Super Repels that we have remaining won't be able to cover all the steps in Victory Road. It's about 410 steps. It's about 410 steps to complete perfect Victory Road movement, and you only have 400 repel steps. So he'll take advantage of the 1% encounter tiles that we covered towards the beginning of the race. He'll take advantage of those, of the 8 1% encounter tiles to minimize the encounter chance and the 10 tiles he has to go without using a repel. No Sandshrew, so he'll also elect to teach Strength here because he needs it to push this boulder.
Yep. Then up to Super Repel. And fun
Strength
fact...
will not be used in the Elite Four. You Surf, Bite, and Blizzard from now on.
Correct. Fun fact, I rarely do this because of where I do my repel menu and teach menu, but if you teach there right before the boulder, it is actually faster to go into the Pokemon menu and use Strength from in the Pokemon menu. And we're just doing boulder puzzles here. Very straightforward.
Unfortunately, no mandatory trainers, but all these optionals have very, very, very large vision, and if you hit them, they pretty much all have 5 Pokemon. And
yeah,
again, because
they're all cool trainers too, so they have like ridiculous
AI,
teams.
and they have like kind of the non-random AI where you know, where the rival and the gym leaders and the Elite Four and these cool trainer class. They have this special non-random AI where there are a lot of caveats to it, but the main one is if they have a move that can kill your Pokemon, they will use it. That's kind of the most important aspect of that AI there. And again, because we don't really elixir, we kind of optimize the PowerPoints route so that we don't really need to use any PowerPoint restoring moves after that max elixir and Silphco. So if we run into an optional, we don't really have a way of dealing with the trainers at all.
You have a few bites, you have basically no surfs, you have strength, but whoop-de-doo, our attack is terrible. And then you might have a blizzard or two.
Pretty much none of them are one-shot because these are actually, you know, high-level pokes, and you don't want to use any setup items here.
Yep.
Amoeba getting a little lucky, he doesn't get an encounter there.
Yep, that's the risk of doing the late repels. All right,
Saves
Amoeba
menu,
gonna use
risk an encounter. That's pretty much it.
Yep, Amoeba gonna use the PC to get a free heal on Blastoise, because even though you're right at a Pokemon Center, it is still faster to do this than to take the Pokemon Center.
Yeah, especially because you also have to deposit your HM friends. This is actually the last we'll see of them, so go ahead and give a wave goodbye and thank them for their service.
Max 4 restores, because that's all we need.
Yeah, so the main reason we want Blastoise by himself for the Elite Four is because, one, having only one Pokemon for the Hall of Fame compared to 3 saves a little bit of time. Also, the Pidgeot...
Onix knows Roar, Pidgeot knows Whirlwind.
Like Roar/Whirlwind type moves. Yeah. So if you set up too much and you don't get the HP setup that you want, then they can, if you still have other Pokemon in your party, they can use Roar and ruin your day.
At Kid Rocker well, there might be more people that know, but at Kid Rocker, has anyone else gotten Hailless? Okay.
All right.
So it's me and one other person? Oh, really? It happened 3 times in round 1? Okay.
That's a lot.
On had one round 1? Okay.
Yeah, so Lorelei's Pokemon, you have to set up a +4, because at this point, Bite just isn't super powerful anymore, and all these Pokemon are pretty bulky.
Good flinch.
And
Amoeba got turn 2 Hail as well, which is good because that's just in time for the Cloyster to come out.
I don't remember.
Oh, it was turn 3. Okay. Cloyster, please use spikes. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, so
Cloyster has spikes, dive, hail, and protect. You don't want protect.
Yeah, and so Lorelei's Ace, Lapras, it has Body Slam.
Oh no! Did Main just get double hail? Oh, it is 1 hail. That was just super late. Okay, that's unlucky.
It was like turn 4 or something.
Oh, Main must have been like frozen. Okay.
Yeah, so you 3-shot Lapras with Bite with the Citrus Berry heal, and Body Slam can paralyze you, and Lapras knows Confuse Ray. But Amoeba doesn't have to deal with any of that. He just gets to fight easy peasy.
Alright, so Amoeba probably go for the full restore strat, right?
Yeah, probably. There are 2 different strategies that you can do, provided your speed isn't too high, which is possible if you have 31 speed IV plus 31 speed IV or some equivalent of it, and also use the Carbos. As long as that's not the case, there are 2 different strategies that you have 2 different options. One is if you have like 80 HP, 70 HP, interesting. One is if you have around mid HP, what you can do is you can set up a guard spec and have Onix hopefully use a couple Rock Tombs to set you up in a Torrent. The other option is to heal to full either before or in the fight and set up an 2x speed, 2x specs and an X speed. The X spec X speed fight is generally going to be a little bit more consistent because even if you guard spec, Onix won't always use Rock Tomb, and Rock Tomb can also miss. But once Onix uses a Rock Tomb, Onix will now outspeed, so it will spam Earthquake.
Okay, perfect setup for Amoeba.
Yep, Amoeba got a good guard spec setup, so he will move forward. And this HP, not only do you want Torrent. Torrent saves 2 setup turns in the Bruna fight, but you also want to carry this high Torrent into the Agatha fight. Specifically so that you can be in Torrent, save another 2 setup turns on the Agatha fight, and also tank a Shadow Punch from Agatha's lead, Gengar.
Ideally, Agatha just straight up won't use Shadow Punch, but sometimes you get weird.
Yeah,
Weird
Gengar
AI
likes
quirk.
double team. Sometimes it'll use Toxic, which is.
I've almost never seen Toxic at that HP.
I think in all the runs that I've seen it like twice, maybe 3 times.
Yeah. Usually it's only after like 6 double teams, which is the maximum amount that it can do in a row. So
Yeah. The pretty common Agatha fight is Gengar uses 2 double teams. You have your 2 setup turns, and you go for a 60% surf.
yep.
Alright, Main also having really good Torn HP, so both Amoeba and Main getting through Bruno relatively unscathed.
Yep. What move Agatha and Bruno uses is drawn from a hat, you're pretty sure. I mean, kinda.
May as well be.
Alright. X speed, X special, sweep with surf. That's the plan.
No way!
What?
I can't believe what I'm seeing!
Yeah, just antidote,
Yeah, this should be fine. This is Shadow Punch.
X special. There's Shadow Punch. Do you just go it? Oh, it's crit! What? Well, that happened.
Yeah, that gives Main a little bit of catch-up, so now I think he's only like 8 seconds behind.
Alright, so now we have seen Toxic
Try it again.
at HP 3 times for yourself, matching. Oh my god. Okay. Yeah, just go for it. Yeah. Okay. Amoeba's through.
5% surfs, and because he saved, he can just he can feel pretty comfortable just going.
Main getting double team. So misses turn 1.
60%, so now it's gonna be a 50%.
This is turn 2.
Now it's gonna be a 43%.
May as well just go for it, yeah.
And now, yeah, okay, alright.
Yeah. Because it's either you hit or you may as well just reset. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that surf hit was really important for keeping the race competitive up to this point.
I'm still laughing about that Toxic.
Toxic into Shadow Punch crit.
That was ridiculous. Yeah. So now they're within like 30 seconds of each other, which is a really close race coming up on the last 2
special
devices.
attack, so they can opt for the Bite Blizzard strat, which is a 85% range, but having a second bite turn gives the potential to skip a heal, whereas if you don't, you might have to heal.
Yeah. They better both save, because as long as both of them finish, they will both make it into round 3. So
Yeah,
they should both be safe.
I think they'll just proceed to save here.
Alright, yep.
Maybe we'll
Bite turn 1.
to go for the slightly safer strat,
Ooh, yep. Good flinch.
especially with the
Yeah.
flinch. Yeah.
Yep, very safe.
Yeah, so the only caveat here is that you have to hit 5 93% blizzards instead of 4, right? But, you know, with the Bite Blizzard strat, you can potentially save a heal, but instead of the 93% blizzard, you have to hit an 85% range.
Yep. Alright, don't miss this, or you get hyper beamed.
With this defense, he might have to heal for Aerodactyl. I think it does like 68, 69 max with hyper beam, and he levels up to like 66.
Yeah, you can heal on. You can full restore on the second Dragonair because the second Dragonair likes to safeguard turn 1, so it's not a terrible decision to heal here. Yep, good call. And even if you get outrage here instead,
can also potentially kill. So I mean, yeah, it's a good,
Yeah, there's safeguard. So yeah, totally reasonable play. I like it.
Yeah, the other option would have been to, if you get Hyper Beam from Aerodactyl, then as long as you don't, even if he gets crit, it should be fine. So you can get Hyper Beam from Aerodactyl, and he can just use the recharge turn to finish Aerodactyl.
Oh, main missed the range.
Oh, he missed the 85? Man, that's brutal.
And then he oh, that's a reset. Yeah.
Yeah.
Miss the range and then miss a blizzard is completely a reset.
There are ways to recover it, but it's just... It's probably faster to reset.
Yeah.
Oh, he said he misplayed.
I mean, it's entirely possible that both, but it's fine. Alright, Amoeba,
so
4-storing,
that Amoeba's about to enter. Pidgeot knows sand attack, so we're gonna our first up turn will be a guard spec, and then an X speed, and then a couple X specs depending on the HP that we end up with on Pidgeot. You can set up 2 or 3.
Alright, main beating Gyarados this time. Good.
We will have to heal on the second Dragonair probably as well.
Ideally, Amoeba gets like 2 or 3 sand attacks. That'll keep him at good HP.
Yeah, high HP is definitely preferred over Torrent. A setup turn, but you have to heal anyway.
Alright, there's third and another Aerial Ace, that's fine.
Yeah, his HP's fine.
Yeah.
I think he tanks a Blizzard, he tanks a Thrash and an E-Speed here, non-crits.
Yeah. That
so
sounds
he can
right.
opt to, instead of biting turn 1, he can, instead of risking the bite crit, he can actually Blizzard turn 1. And I think he should be safe from a Thrash crit.
Jeez, growth again from this Venusaur. Just a freeze turn if you miss Blizzard.
Hit the Blizzard, and once you hit the Blizzard on Venusaur, not really many ways that you can lose the fight. You can lose time, you know, missing Blizzards and stuff, but unlikely to lose from here.
Mm-hmm. I mean, all Amoeba has to do is flinch Gyarados.
To skip the heal, yeah.
Yeah. Alright, main through Lance, saving for Champ now. Thrash, okay. Yeah, just 4-store. It's gonna Thrash again. You're fine. Guarantee the victory. Don't put yourself at risk of extreme speed
Yeah, if you
crit.
miss the Blizzard and Thrash crits, I think he dies from there.
Yeah.
So it was good to heal there. And yeah, extreme speed crit can't kill from here. So Amoeba is, as long as he picks the right move, that's a GG for Amoeba.
And there was the extreme speed, and there's the final surf.
This is going to be like mid 209. Really good race time.
Yeah, pretty early. Early 209. It'll probably be like 20812. Yep.
I'm gonna be around 209.13.
Something like that, yeah. Alright. Now it
Main's
is
turn for
Main's
93%.
turn.
93% to fight.
Does not get growth. Hits the blizzard.
Cool. So unfortunately, he doesn't tank both Thrash and Heat Speed, so I think he's much more inclined to go for Bite turn 1 here.
Mhm.
Yeah, again, the one caveat with biting turn 1 is that even though you can flinch if you crit, you put Gyarados into heal range. Which can be a little bit annoying.
Yep. Right, yep, 209.13. Let's see if we can get Mr. Amoeba in here. Hello, Amoeba. Congratulations on your second win of the Any Percent tournament.
Thanks, man. Thanks for the commentary, as ever, lads. It was a very comfy.
Yeah, it looked like you had a pretty smooth race overall.
The start wasn't amazing, but it wasn't bad for a race. Like, I'll definitely take it. Rival 2 death and the Agatha death was neat. Thanks for that, Anna.
Yeah, that was a great call by Anna. Oh my
yeah.
god.
Not bad.
Alright,
I played
Main's,
okay.
Main's done now. Nice. Yeah, you played fine.
Around a 211.11, so not too bad.
Mhm.
Yeah, both of you had pretty solid races. I think Main unfortunately hit an optional, but I think besides that, yeah, pretty solid races.
I was very surprised after my kind of dodgy Erica to look over and see Main got a much worse one. I was like, oh, okay. I expected to be like behind by a fair bit after my Erica. But I don't know what happened, but he got destroyed by something.
So you missed Blizzard on turn 1 against the Victory Bell, and then he missed Blizzard turn 2 against the turn 1 against the Vileplume, and then missed Blizzard again.
Yeah, so you have to revive.
Blizzard is a trash move.
Facts. Alright, we'll get Main in here in just a second as well.
I'm sorry, everything went wrong for Viroda as well. Like, clearly the bad luck like concentrated on him.
Yeah,
really unfortunate.
it was pretty tough for Viroda, but Viroda toughed it out as far as he could. Did good to make it all the way to Tower Rival.
I was quite happy with a couple of my decisions as well. The poison through Giovanni was a little bit monka because I've never done anything
Viroda's
like
here.
that.
Welcome, Viroda. Hope your nap was okay. Very refreshing.
Viroda doesn't want to talk to us. Wow. Came in here just to gloat. I see how it is.
Yep. We'll see if Main wants to come in. So yeah, real quick, our next race is going to be again Sunday, 4 p.m. There'll be Cooker versus Huanli versus Kadir. That'll be a fun race.
Are you sending him that?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm sending him it.
There he is.
Hello, Main. GG's.
Hello. GG. Yeah.
GG's, man.
Yeah, I played so bad. I mean, God. Like, I mean, it was a combination of like terrible luck after Surge, and then, yeah, I mean, I just played really bad. It is what it is. But, yeah. I think after we figured out that we were going to both qualify, I had just to finish, right?
Yeah. I definitely get that.
But I screwed up. I mean, what happened was on Lance was because I got the Carbos, which I didn't mean to do. I was looking at Amoeba's stream because we were really close, and I accidentally X-spec'd twice, and then I didn't react well. I didn't know what to do, so that's why I mean, I should have just bite, but I thought maybe +3 or +2 bite Blizz killed. I don't know why I thought that, but again, it was just a complete like mistake. And then yeah, I was just all and I just reset there because I think if I had it would have been really close if I had not screwed that up. But and then yeah, my thumb just slipped on the biker pass because I reacted bad to him looking left, and then just yeah, it was just all bad. And I don't know. I think it went really well up until Surge, but I mean yeah, after Surge it was like I missed like 4 kicks, like 3. I missed like 3 on Alicia, and then yeah, obviously the Erica was just really really bad. Like
Yeah, Erica was
so
a
upset.
disaster.
I was so upset, man. God. What else is there? Yeah, I just played bad. You know, it's what it is. What it is.
Well, you've got another round to make up for it, so we'll see.
11 will
we'll
probably
see.
keep
Just
you
suck
in
at
pot
races,
2
man.
anyway. Like,
Yeah, we'll have to see how the other 4 races go, but it's looking pretty decent for pot 2. It's not looking good for me for pot 2 though, so we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, so I think we were told that we had to we had to wrap up really soon because there will actually be a race coming right after us. So if there are no other comments from the racers, we can we'll just go ahead and proceed with our closing statements, I guess.
thanks for commentary. It was
Yeah, of
very
course.
comfy.
Yeah,
I enjoyed it.
nice.
Math Genius, I definitely enjoyed it with you.
JP, it was a blast commentating with you as well.
And thank you to all of our runners. Thank you to all the watchers. We really appreciate you. We will be back again tomorrow for the next race, and we will see you guys soon.
Shout out to
Take care.
SpeedGaming for hosting the tournament too. All
Yes. Bye.
right, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your day.